Answer me this. If you were doing a school project with someone you just started working with before, never worked with them in your life, and both of you guys had an amazing idea, the teacher loved it, she was going to give you an A, and all of a sudden you guys just completely dropped the project because you didn't get along with your partner, right? What do you think people would think of you, huh? Do you think they'd be like, oh, okay, yeah, I understand. Yeah, you guys probably didn't get along with culture. Or would you think that that person who completely dropped the project got an F because they didn't get along with their partner because of some cultural insane difference? Don't you think it's a little bit childish? It's exactly what I'm thinking. And now we're talking about Konami. Folks, welcome to Japan. Recently there's been a lot of talk about the Silent Hills game being cancelled, and of course the PT playable teaser trailer being completely ripped off of the PSN. I personally don't own it. I'm fucking pissed as hell that I don't own it because, well, I'm jealous. You know, I want something that people don't have. So, that's not the case. I mean, I don't really play scary games that much, as you guys probably know by now, but, you know, the reason why I'm pissed off about it is because of this. Konami decided to completely drop the game, completely drop the PT, rip everything off of something that was completely amazing, that would have been completely profitable to them because of their own ego. Now here's what the deal is. If you're completely unacquainted to this situation, here's what's going on. Basically, one guy who's been working with Konami for years, who just started joining the Silent Hills games development, he wanted to collab with a foreigner in America, and they were completely, you know, a great partnership, amazing partnership. Everything looked amazing on this game that they were making. The PT sold amazing copies, and it got so many awards. And it wasn't even an actual game. It was an advertisement that you could play. And something happened. The guy, I forgot his name. Let me grab this here. I'm basically reading an article from Forbes. I don't know if you can read it. So I'll leave this article in the description below. It's a very informative article. The guy's name was Kojima. Basically, Konami worked with him, and they had a crazy breakup with him. Basically, after that, they just completely destroyed the series. The article says the collaboration between Kojima director Guillermo del Toro, who I think worked with a few movies, right? And actor, I forgot his name, Norman Reedus. It was going to be amazing. The game, you know, the previous games were kind of dull, right? I've seen playthroughs of them. They're really, really dull. You know, it's repetitive, but this game looked amazing. But Konami was pretty much like Del Toro and Kojima wanted to do it this way. Well, this is how we did it in the past. This is how we want to keep doing it. And they're not going to do it our way, so we're going to completely fire them and completely drop them from the game. And the backfire continued. It was basically like shooting a gun, and the gun just flying 5 miles that way. That gun flying 5 miles that way represents Konami ripping the game off of the PSN servers. Konami had a fucking temper tantrum here. And this is the thing. It's not a Konami problem. It's a Japan problem. It is a Japan problem. This is like an epidemic in Japan. What you see here, what you're seeing right now is something well publicized. Someone expected this game to be amazing. They posted it on the internet. They talked about PT. Everyone got excited about PT. They played PT. They enjoyed it. They're like, sweet, Silent Hills is going to be awesome. Well, guess what? We're not going to have anything because someone had a temper tantrum at the head company. They're like, oh, no, this is completely different from what we've been doing in the past. We're not doing this anymore. Konami's been in the red for a while. They are a struggling company. And not struggling, maybe not struggling financially completely, but struggling reputational-wise. Like, when was the last time they dropped a game that was awesome? Tell me in the comment section right now. Do it! I'm waiting. I know people who've worked for Konami as well. I lived in this country for a long time. I know people who've done a lot of different things. They say the working environment over there is absolute shit. They overwork these people. They make these people just do completely mundane things besides actually being creative and making a good game. And this is quite indicative of something that's been going on in Japan for the last 20 years. People have stopped being creative. You know, once someone does something innovative, like create PT, create Silent Hills, innovate with someone outside of the complete loop, the head honchos in the company, which actually honcho is a Japanese word, if you didn't know that honcho means, you know, president, kind of. The head honchos are like, oh, fuck you, we're not doing this shit, this is completely against what we've lived for the last 20-something fucking years. Japan, get your act together, okay? You're starting to show this stuff to people. I've known this for a long time. You know, if you want to look like a good country during the 2020 Olympics, you can't be doing this crap. You can't be having these sort of temper tantrums, ripping shit off of PSN, you know, and then like other companies too, breaking up partnership relationships with trading companies because they didn't follow the protocol that my companies followed for the last 100 years. Guess what, Japan? You've been in a recession for 20 years. None of you guys, unless you're in the black and have been in the black for the last 20 years and have been growing steadily for the last 20 years, have any right to tell any other country's company what to do. Okay? None of you guys can. Unless, like I said, you're growing steadily and you're in the black and you're growing financially, securely, and reputational-wise. I'll give you a couple of examples of companies in Japan that can tell other countries what to do. Toyota, Honda, JR East, JR Central. Companies that cannot tell countries what to do. Sumitomo, Mitsubishi, JR West. You guys have, in all the gaming companies too, Nintendo, Sony. You know, you guys gotta focus on your PlayStation. Quit making TVs. Your TVs suck. You guys haven't made any good computers in the last God knows how many years. Alright, start focusing on what you guys are best at. And Konami, that means you guys gotta start innovating. Start making things different. Bring in people from outside. That's what Japan's been doing since 1868. They've brought, even before that, they've brought people from all over the world to come in. The military of Japan was built off the Prussian model. The railways were built off the British model. Alright? You guys can't say, oh yeah, this is our amazing Japanese military, completely Japanese made. No, you can't say that. The British gave you guys your railway system. From a long time ago, that Tokaido line was half built in England, if you didn't know that already. Same goes with anime. Americans, we created animation, and you guys made it your own. That's awesome! Anime is completely its own genre because the Japanese innovated, took ideas from abroad, and made it their own thing. That's the amazing thing about Japan. But you guys have not done that in the last 20 years. And now it's starting to show. When people who are the Japanese people who want to actually innovate and collab with other people around the world, this is a globalized society, folks. When they start making things that are amazing and then they go completely against your company's idea, you guys throw temper tantrums and fuck everything up for the rest of the world. Good luck, Konami, getting your reputation back, because I know you're not going to get this back. And, you know, like I said, this is a Japan problem. It's not a Konami problem. It's a Japan issue. The really traditionalized Japanese companies cannot have their heads in their asses anymore. This is it. You know, this is the epidemic that Japan's been having for the last 20 years. Of course, there's other issues involved, such as the low labor force participation rate. Nobody's talking about politics in this country. The birth rate's dropped completely down. And, you know, that's indicative of other problems too. But when it comes to business side, you know, companies not doing well, it's time to innovate. Look at Silicon Valley. That's why I have a little bit of respect for Mr. Abe. He's like, we gotta start getting people like the people in Silicon Valley over here in Japan. Dude, go ahead, bring them in. Stop bringing all these Chinese slaves to come over here and build your buildings. You know, make the robots Japan's famous for and make these buildings yourself. Now that's my rant for the day, and I hope you guys didn't get offended by it. You know, if you are offended, it means you're being challenged. Your traditional notions are being challenged. And that means my views are my views, okay? I'm not saying this on behalf of anybody else. It's my view. And I want you guys to give me your views in the comment section below. Now, I talked really fast, really long, really loudly, and I'm going to stop right now because I got to work on something and go somewhere tonight. Hit that like button if you like this video. And like I said, please give me some comments, give me your feedback. Tell me how pissed you are. Tell me how concerned you are. Just anything. If you're pissed off at my ideas, please tell me. If you're pissed off at Konami, tell me. If you're pissed off at Japan, tell me. I want to know what you guys think. And in the next videos, I'm going to read your comments. I'm going to start reading people's comments and people's ideas in my following videos so I can make this more of a community instead of just me talking all the time. So, me talking all the time. I'm going to stop and you guys are going to leave a comment, right? See you later, guys.